Sir, thanks for joining us at the Governance Leadership Summit. And our focus is on how ICTs are reforming the governance system of the country and how has been this impact of ICTs on e-governance in last decade and how do you see the next 3 to 5 years. So requesting your keynote address on this subject, and we are honored to let me request my colleague to give a welcome introduction of the our keynote speaker. Over to you, Harshal of KCG. Harshal, you are on mute.
Thank you so much, Shri Dr. Rajendra Kumar, for taking time out from your busy schedule to deliver this special address on how technology this country we are leveraging in to turn our vision into reality. We are really honored with your presence, and it will add tremendous value to the event. So with this brief note, I request you, Dr. Rajendra Kumar, Additional Secretary, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India, for the special address on leveraging technology to turn vision into reality. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, and very good morning to everyone, all the panelists and fellow speakers, all the members in the audience. I'm happy to present here today in this session to talk about how technology has been transforming our governance over the last many years now, and how government is leveraging technology to really ensure that our overall vision for the country, for economy, and for technology transformation can be turned into a reality. So let me just talk about the current framework of how technology is being deployed by various government departments under the overall leadership of MeitY to transform their own programs, their own citizen and business interfaces for ensuring that the entire framework for government service deliveries can be transformed using technology. So as we are all aware, the current framework for the digital-led interventions in India is under the overall umbrella program called Digital India Program, which was launched in 2015. And this has been the most important program for ensuring that technology can be deployed effectively by all stakeholders, including the private sector, to transform their overall interface with citizens and businesses to the most effective interface for delivering their services. So this program broadly talks about using technology for transforming governance, but it is also a vision for ensuring that India can leapfrog into the development by using technology. Under this program, let me just mention a few key initiatives that MeitY has taken to transform governance. And then I will talk about what we are doing currently in terms of using technology for transforming governance, and what our future programs are for the next 5 years that we have laid out for deploying technology for transforming the economy and transforming the governance paradigm. So as you may be aware, even before this program was launched, we had a large bouquet of e-governance projects in various domains of governance. Many departments were having very large projects for transforming their service delivery paradigm. And this umbrella program, Digital India, that brought all those disparate, diverse programs together under the broad vision of deploying technology for transforming governance. As you may be aware, under this program, we have worked on the JAM Trinity, that is the Jan Dhan Yojana for financial inclusion, the Aadhaar-based framework for digital identity authentication, and a mobile platform for using mobile as the service delivery platform for everyone. We also have other very large initiatives which have been led by MeitY in the last 5 or 6 years, which have helped to transform the entire governance paradigm to the benefit of the citizens. These include the direct benefit transfer in the financial domain for ensuring that our entire digital platform consisting of this Jan Dhan accounts, Aadhaar and mobile can be used for transferring the government benefits and subsidies directly into the bank accounts of the concerned beneficiaries.
सर म्यूट पे है. Yes, yes sir. आप म्यूट पे हो गए
Yeah.
सर. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Sorry for this interruption. So I was mentioning that MeitY has launched a number of very large transformational initiatives in the last 5 to 6 years, which aim at complete transformation of the entire citizen interface for delivering government services. So these include the JAM Trinity, that is the Jan Dhan Yojana, Aadhaar, Mobile, and the DVT scheme, which utilizes this platform for direct benefit transfer to the beneficiaries. We also have a number of other recent initiatives. For example, the government e-marketplace. Then we have the MyGov platform for interaction with the citizens for getting their real-time suggestions and feedback. We also have some very prominent initiative in the health sector, for example, e-hospital. We also have the government open government data platform for ensuring that all the government departments can provide data in public domain for startups and for researchers. We also have the GIS-based initiatives, which have really brought into mainstream the GIS initiatives for use in different governance domains. We have the digital locker program, which is now very successful in allowing citizens to hold all the documents in a digital format and secured locker. This is also being used by various government departments to push documents into the digital locker of these citizens. And that has helped in really transforming the governance into a completely paperless, faceless, and presenceless form. So this has been a key paradigm that MeitY has been really propagating among all government departments and state governments, that we must transform the citizen interface into a completely electronic, paperless, faceless, and presenceless form, so that citizens don't need to go anywhere to obtain government services. Let me also talk about the new initiative that we have recently unveiled. As you may be aware, MeitY has unveiled the $1 trillion digital economy vision in 2019, which is now a very broad framework to really bring all the digital initiatives into that overall goal of transforming the digital economy from the current level of about $200 billion to at least $1 trillion by 2025. Under this vision, all the departments they have been brought on board, and they have been encouraged, and they have been given full support by MeitY to really introduce digital interventions to transform their own domains of governance, their own interface with the businesses and citizens, to ensure that we can use technology, we can leverage technology for this larger scale transformation that we have unveiled. And I'm happy to note here that we have seen the increased adoption of digital in the last 2 years since the program has been launched, and we are seeing much greater traction for digital transformation both in the private sector and the government. We also have a very large initiative now on the emerging technologies. This is a very major area where we are encouraging all government departments, all the private sector stakeholders to really use emerging technologies comprising artificial intelligence, blockchain, then the 5G, then Internet of Things, then artificial reality, virtual reality, the entire gamut of the latest advancements in technology to ensure that not only their interface with citizens, but also the private sector can benefit from these emerging opportunities. Why I am saying opportunities? Because this is one area where the Indian IT sector, which is already known for its international competitiveness and its capabilities, can really take lead in this emerging area and become global leaders in this entire domain. And that requires a continuous support from the government to really make sure that we can, provide skill resources. That requires a massive program on skilling in these emerging technologies. And we can introduce these emerging technologies in our own government departments. So that can offer as some kind of a platform for leapfrogging into this new emerging world of opportunities. So that's a major area where we have set up 22 centers of excellence across the entire country in partnership with our stakeholder private sector, with industry associations. And we are trying to promote startups in these centers of excellence with the goal to really launch them into the mainstream world, where they can really perform well, they can become competitive, raise funds on their own, and ensure that they can compete with the best in the world. I'm happy to inform that a number of startups from these COEs, from these centers of excellence, have graduated, and they have been able to attract from funding agencies, both domestically and from abroad, and they are succeeding in their own right. A number of industry partners have also benefited from this initiative of new R&D being done by these centers of excellence and implementing those technologies in their own domains. We also have a MeitY Startup Hub, which we have established in beginning of last year, where the goal is to bring all the technology-based startups onto a common platform to ensure that they can be given support by MeitY to really grow and then become competitive. We are supporting them through mentoring network, which consists of experts from the private sector, from academia, and from our own government organizations, which are giving them support to really, become mature, grow, and then they can become competitive on their own. We also have launched programs to really give support to the startups in terms of funding. Many of you may be aware, we have launched several grand challenges in different technology domains, where the goal is to bring innovation, to promote innovation by the startups and the entrepreneurs in technology focused areas, where they are given large amounts as prize money and a support for 2 to 3 years from the MeitY organizations to allow them time to grow and become mature. One example is our VC challenge, Video Conference Solution Challenge, which we launched last year, and which picked up 4 winners, 4 teams as winners. And we have mainstreamed those products into our own government departments for using. And it's really heartening to see that these software solutions for video conferencing, they have matured, and they are now being used even by the private sector on a paid model. And these startups have become sustainable on their own. Let me also mention about another major initiative that we have launched in the government domain, where the vision is to really ensure that the entire government is perceived as one government or connected government by the stakeholders. So as you may be aware, so far the efforts have been focused on different domains as individual silos, where the programs that they are implementing for e-governance, they are mostly focused on that domain, and they are being offered to citizens. Now we have brought in a new framework called India Enterprise Architecture, where we are trying to bring all these different large programs onto one connected interface, where citizens would be able to obtain the services seamlessly across that entire domain and across domains. One example of this vision is the National Digital Health Mission, which has been launched by the Honorable Prime Minister last year in August 2020, which has been launched in 6 UTs at present, and which would be scaled up across the entire country in the coming months, where this vision is turning into a reality, where technology and this vision of connected government is really transforming this entire domain of healthcare into one seamless platform for stakeholders to really utilize. We are also promoting a very large sandbox environment in that domain and in other domains, for example, education, agriculture, etc., where the idea is to promote innovation by involving startups which can do experiments, and which can test their technology. They can test the software platforms for offering services. So the idea is to bring both the government and the private sector stakeholders together onto one common seamless digital platform to ensure that the citizens and businesses can avail all the government services and the private services as well through one seamless interface. This National Public Digital Platform is a major initiative now, which MeitY is spearheading with the involvement of all the government departments in the Government of India, and also the state governments, where we really would like to bring all the stakeholders onto this seamless digital platform. Let me also mention that currently the efforts of MeitY are also focused towards promoting the digital economy, where the electronics manufacturing is a major sector, where the goal is to transform India into a nation which is seen as the manufacturing hub for the electronics sector, including the computer domain and other emerging technologies. We also have a data center policy on the anvil, which aims to promote India as the global hub for data centers. And our vision is that in the next 5 years, India should transform itself into a major global data center hub, which would help in promoting our own local domestic industry. And also it would help in ensuring that our data center capacity can grow large enough to not only cater to domestic requirements of storing data and providing platforms on cloud, etc., but also we can serve as the platform for the global majors, other countries, to see India as the hub for data centers. Just a few points on the legal front. You may be aware about the personal data protection bill that is now in the parliament, where the vision is to ensure that we have the world's most cutting edge and the most contemporaneous framework for data protection. And that we hope would give fillip to a new domain based on data economy. And that's a major area where the efforts are now concentrated, and we really wish that India in the coming years would emerge as a prominent player in the data economy at the world level. So these are some of the major areas where technology is being leveraged fully under the overall leadership of MeitY by various government departments and state governments, and also the private sector, to ensure that the overall vision for economic growth in the next 5 years and 10 years to take our GDP to 5 trillion and then to 10 trillion can be realized through leveraging technology. So let me end at this point. I would like to appreciate the efforts taken by the organizers to organize this event in such a effective fashion. And I convey my best wishes to all the participants for the rest of the program during the day. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rajendra Kumar. And time after time, MeitY has taken several initiatives to improve the overall infrastructure to boost governance in the country. We are really grateful to you, and I would like to request Dr. Ravi Gupta, founder and CEO, Elets Technomedia Private Limited, for his comments and vote of thanks.
Really honored to have you with us, and you have given a comprehensive overview of the various initiatives of the MeitY, and we are honored with your leadership. And it is great to see the kind of reforms in the IT sector which have been initiated by the your ministry, and also involvement of the startups and the private sector is a big boost being given by your department. So we will present you a certificate of gratitude for being present here with us on the street. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can we have this certificate on the screen, please? Speaker certificate. Sir, I think that is a mistake one. Yes, yes. Dr. Rajendra Kumar ji, who is Additional Secretary, Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India. Thanks for joining us. We are honored to have you. Namaskar. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you so very much. Thank you.